Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VCA review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Shinobi, which we've never played it before. It's basically a side-scrolling action-adventure type game. It's, I think, but I'm not 100% sure, it's another name for Shadow Dancer, but I may be wrong about that. But either way, it is one of the Shinobi games, and it is an arcade game, so you've got a load of arcade options. You can choose, for example, you can put rapid shot and things like that on it. You can also choose which controller you want to use. You can choose your rapid shot speed, so you can actually have it quite slow rapid shot or a fast one. You can put stupid amount of lives on, but you can also then change the difficulty level. You can change the game speed and stuff like that, the volume, so basic stuff, but at the same time it's stuff that's quite cool. You can also give yourself a bit of a seizure when you're putting credits in because the screen flashes, but basically, you start the game off, you've got 5 missions on the game, and each mission has certain sections to it. So it's just like little stages which overall go together to almost make a level, because it's one of those that the stages aren't exactly that long, but they are still separate stages. So I suppose it's wrong to just say that there's 5 levels when there's more than that. The whole point is, though, you have to go through the levels, you have to save any of these ninja kids that you see, because you've got a quota of how many you've got to save, and once you've saved them you go on to the next stage, rinse, repeat until you get up to the boss, and then you defeat the boss, and then that's that mission over, you start the next mission. You've got a load of moves to pull off, but basically you've just got one attack button, and everything's done with that attack button. So it's one of those that if you're close enough you'll use your sword instead, and other things like that. However, you do also have ninjutsu, which is basically a magic power type thing, and it changes on a stagely basis, and there's just all sorts of things. So I've been able to show off the whirlwind one there. I'll do my best to show a couple of the others off, but for now I'm going to shut up for a bit, let you listen to some music, and then I'll cut into a boss fight. So there we go then, that was a little bit of the music, and this is a boss fight. As you can see, his energy's there at the top middle of the screen, and you just basically have to keep working him down until you kill him. It's one of those that his energy does actually carry over between lives, which is a bit of an odd one, but it's probably just as well, because as you may have noticed, it is one hit kill, so if you make one slight mistake, or if something distracts your attention, or if you just can't concentrate because you're too busy talking and reading, etc., then you can get hit quite easily and die, and then it's the type of thing that if you had to restart every time, then you'd probably never get him beat. But you've also got those which come in quite handy. Anyway, after you actually beat the boss, then you get on a nice little bonus stage, and the bonus stage is really cool. You basically control your hands left and right, and you fire the shurikens like a madman, and you've just got to kill all the enemies, and if you don't manage to kill the enemies, then they keep jumping forward, as you might notice, and then they'll kill you. So it's just a nice little thing. I really like it that it's there, and it also reminds me of the Alien Storm first-person-y type missions, which if you've never played Alien Storm, check out my review. How's that for a plug? There's a bit of a weird gameplay element to it, because you can jump from background to foreground, like whenever there's actually an opportunity to do so, and because some levels don't have it basically, but it's something that adds a bit of skill into it, because you've got to then work out whether to go to the background on some parts, the foreground for other parts, or there is just times when obviously you have to go there, like that there's a brick wall, can't do anything, so I have to go back into the foreground, and then I have to walk back here to save people and get shot in the foot and die. I won't do the incredibly corny joke about Achilles, but it's just basically one of those things that you have to be careful with the background and foreground thing, because when you swap over, you can be vulnerable for like a split second, so you've got to really be careful and got to time it right. Of course though, if you jump over and you immediately use your ninjutsu like that, then you're pretty much safe. As you might have noticed, there's some new enemies every now and then, basically with the new levels and that, and the enemies can take multiple hits, like that green ninja dude there. You have to almost like stun him and then finish him off. and you still basically die after one hit. There's not much really left to mention about the game though, other than that for 800 points it's a complete steal. I really love this game, and it's one of those that, I suppose really if you like things like Green Beret, which funnily enough was actually the very first video game I ever played, so no wonder I like this then. If you like things like Green Beret, then I imagine you'd like this as well. And all I can say is, if Green Beret is actually applicable to come onto the VC, can we have that next please? So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.